I have tarmacked.
You've walked the streets.
You know, Juliani said, "Akisema nini? Kutembea kwingi ndo kuona mengi." I have walked, my friend, these offices. So on average, if I calculate monthly, I can say between...
Skating appreciated well as a profession here in Kenya.
Okay, most of the time when there's a competition, imagine like for rollball, there's a game that we play with skates called rollball. They are the world champion 4 times, but government...
In Kenya, when you're approaching a lady and you tell them that you're a skater, how do they take you?
Hey, that's a prop.
Really?
Hey, they're like, God, that guy skates.
Hi.
Hi.
So tell us about yourself, and by the way, welcome to my channel.
It's an honor, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm George Omondi, full name. I'm the CEO and founder of Flash Skaters. I'm the firstborn. I've done skating. It's not a hobby, it's a professional job for me, full-time job. Yeah. I've done it for 7 good years. I have an online shop, Flash Skaters, purely Flash Skaters. I don't have a physical shop for now. It's what else? I'm a content creator too. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Flash Skaters, and yeah, that's it. I think that's it for now.
So why the name Flash Skaters?
As I said, I have a friend and a job, usually part of with me. We wanted to start something on of our own, because in that skating market, it's big people who are dominating at that time. They were not young people. So we wanted to start something.
Like corporate or
not corporate,
big
people, I mean like age group. Parents, like what when you're gonna do, they can afford to buy skating shoes for hire. They were not young. I think we were the first young people to start skating. So that we came up with so many names. Rapid Skater. There's one we called Life Without Drugs Skaters. And then I personally was the one who suggested Flash Skaters. I designed the logo myself. I think that's how it came. It's just something for young people. Young people who can like think at the same level. Not, you see, when you are talking to a grown-up, it's different the way we'll talk to as a person in the same age bracket. Yes. So that's why we decided to start Flash Skaters. Yeah.
And I noticed you're an advocate of the youth not using drugs and abusing, you know, because you keep on mentioning that a lot. Because
I have a friend, a close friend, who was using bang. What was semanga bang is weed. It's very bad. I have a friend who is he went back home because of the drug. It's that thing's not good.
But then that's the brand he's representing. I'm all dressed up.
you have to let people know.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've seen him on African Traveler. He made those cool street shots of CBD, Nairobi CBD. So you should also go check out that video just to understand the level of his skill. So sophisticated.
Thank you.
So George, tell us about your skating journey. When did it begin? How did it begin?
My skating journey started back in 2014 when I was in campus, that is Cooperative University. Most of the time during weekends, every college student go out, party, drink, some go home. But for me, I couldn't do that because I don't take alcohol, I don't use any drug, and I can't go home because I stayed in Kitale. It's very far. I couldn't manage going home every weekend. So my plan, in fact, skating was not in the plan. My plan was to go and do swimming. That was my initial plan. But then
so you were into sports?
Not really. I wasn't into sport. I was frustrated because during, lesson in campus ends at 5 on Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, you are free. And then if you go to any campus, even now on weekend, it's empty. There are just 1 and 2 people idling around. And then if you are staying in a hostel, 2 people, most of them are gone. So I used to be alone. So I said during weekend I'll be engaging in 1 or 2 things. So I said swimming. That was the plan. So in Cooperative University, there's a place we call Koinange Street. Because it's a Wi-Fi spot. And then that's the reason why it's called Koinange is because that's...
Maybe you should explain to people what Koinange Street is here in
Okay, literally Koinange Street is where prostitutes parade themselves. It's a high-end prostitute. That's what they say. So in campus we had a place called Koinange Street. That's a Wi-Fi hotspot zone. The reason it's called that is because that was the only way to go to the mess. So ladies, dining hall.
Yeah.
Now that's the only place where ladies will pass, and then we as men that time we are there like to, you know,
scout.
To scout and see who is rocking the best outfit or who is there, you know, 1 and 2 thing. So I was just there, and then there's a boy called Shem. He used to skate on campus. He passed with the skating shoes. It was around 2, I remember, on a Saturday, around 2. I was just bored. And then it just hit my mind like, that thing, because where I come from, there's no one in Kitale. Trust me, I'm still, I think the only person who skate. So I approached Shem and asked him, is it okay if you teach me how to skate? He said, maybe I can do that next time because I'm going home. He was going home. So I asked her, do you mind leaving it with me? With zero skill, zero. I know nothing.
Just passion, interest, curiosity.
Not passion. I wouldn't say passion at that time. It was curiosity.
Yeah.
So he gave me the sketch and then he went home. Now me as George, I don't. Would you mind sharing them the pictures of that day?
I
will send it to you.
Yeah, I'll share.
I was on a jeans. I didn't even know I'm supposed to do what. I just put on the skate and started. As any other person, the first thing is falling down. On that day, particular day, I think nilianguka karibu mara 1,000 times until they banned skating in Cooperative University because of me.
Wow, you were the reason for that.
Yeah, for that time, I don't know if they brought it back. Because I remember I was approached by the security guy and he was like, my friend, wamesema mkubwa, they usually say that wakubwa wamesema wataki skating tena kwa shule.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. The best thing about Karen is they have private roads.
Yeah.
That's
so you
the
can
best thing.
easily learn.
That's how I learned how my skating. I used to go outside campus university because there's so many private roads in Karen. And I learned my thing there.
Yeah.
That's how my journey started.
Private roads means public transportation is not...
It's prohibited.
It's prohibited.
Yeah.
Therefore, there is also so much crowding
cars.
And
then,
cars
you know, Karen, it's suburbs.
It's a suburb, yeah.
So it's a cool place.
Yeah.
And then there's a place, there's a hostel in Karen for Cooperative University. It's called Twiga. It's located somewhere inside there in that suburb.
Yeah.
So to access the place, there are some private roads. So that's why I learned most of my skating. But still in school, yes, I did learn a couple 1 and 2 things. I used to skate at night when the security guys are sleeping. Yeah. I used to do that.
So now that you were skating in school, when was this? Which year were you in when you started skating?
It was 2014.
In which year of campus?
Campus, I was the first year because I did my undergraduate. Yes.
So what did you do?
I studied business administration for 2 years. It was 2 years. Yeah, and I kind of regret.
Why do you regret?
I don't think it has helped me anywhere.
Really?
I don't think.
You wouldn't say you think
I wouldn't
differently
say I don't.
because of high level education?
I wouldn't say. Okay, it's part of it, but I think most of the bigger percentage, it's my own skill, not school.
So how would you balance skating and schoolwork?
It was fun because in campus you have so much freedom. You don't have lesson from 7 to 5 every day. So like in a day you can have 1 lesson. Sometimes you don't have any lesson. So those free times, and again as I said, I don't use alcohol or any drugs. So I had so much time to try and go and learn and perfect my skill. Yeah.
So after graduation, did you continue skating or did you do a 9 to 5?
After graduation, the first thing in your head is getting that a white collar job. So I have tarmacked.
You've walked the streets.
You know, Juliani said, alisema nini? Kutembea kwingi ndio kuona mengi. I have walked, my friend, these offices. So my first plan was to look for a job as usual, and then after that maybe get a go. Not even my first plan. My plan was to get a white collar job. I said that on my video, with a basic salary of around 100,000, and then maybe
that was your first job. Get 100K.
That was my plan.
Wow, your expectations are pretty high.
And then they give me allowances of like car, house allowance.
Wow.
Because we were promised so many things when we joined that campus. We were promised like, we'll give you jobs, we'll hook you up with these organizations, we'll do this and that. And we were like, hey, we are in heaven. Shock on me. I didn't get any job. I looked for job as any other person. I really looked for job. I tarmacked. I knocked so many doors. At some point I wanted to be a radio presenter. I approached it was. Do you want me to say the name of the FM?
Yeah.
It was called 1FM. I approached them because they used to play music from morning, like 24/7. So I approached them with my idea. I had my friend, alikuwa anaitwa Joseph. So we went and tell them, we can do this show for free. We don't want to listen to music. Hata tutaki nyinyi msipeanange music. We just want to give you a free show. A free show because initially before that we had done some advert commercial. So I was I thought nilikuwa sa celeb. I've done some TVC. Most of them have watched it maybe. You didn't know it was me.
Which one?
Utanicheka.
No, tell us.
No, I've done a couple. We did Airtel some time back. But the main one was Sour Shower. You remember that Sour Shower?
Yeah.
I think I was the main guy there. I was the guy talking to that guy mwenye alikuwa kwa bafu. Those time. Yeah, so we went there, 1FM. We gave them our idea. You know, when you go to a radio, or to a radio show, for an interview for the radio station, yes, you give them your idea. You say, my show itaitwa hivi, this hour to this hour we'll be doing this and this and this. We had even the name of our show. It was called Fresh Show. Fresh Show. It was supposed to be from 10 to 1 or 3 p.m. We gave out the idea, everything. As usual, I will call you, we'll be back. You know what? After some 2 months, not even a week, they called me alone. So they said, George, you can do this. I'm thinking of doing this. This idea is nice, but I don't want you to come with your friends.
Wow, and are we going to name this friend?
Hey, he's called Joseph. He's my best friend because we had hustled with him before. So I was like, why? Because I think the duo, when we are together, we can do a better job. It was like, I didn't like him, the blah, 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 so many reasons. I said, it's okay. So I said, when can we start? He said, he'll call me. After some time, like a month, I hear kuna msee akona show hapo, like already anafanya the same thing we had planned for. Even the guest wenye tulikuwa tumerecommend, but aka change to only the name for the show.
To what?
I can't say. I was so frustrated.
So these streets are hard for
It's very hard. Like you can have if you have
and
idea.
all this you're just looking for a source
I was looking for a job because I remember my mom told me if you're not doing anything in Nairobi, come home. You have a place, you want to pay rent, you'll be safe. And like in Nairobi, life is very hard. When you're starting, very hard.
But opportunities, people believe
there are so many opportunities here.
Nairobi.
There are so many. Trust me, I'm even ashamed of myself. How was I not getting any source of income that time?
Maybe exposure.
Na kulikuwa na saizi naona watu wanafanya vitu yenye mpaka na shanga like, this guy can do this and get money. Yes.
Okay. So now, and out of all that, skating as a profession, how did it start? When did you start taking skating seriously?
Skating after the frustration of unemployment. So I remember it was on a Saturday. I was just in my place with like a mattress. I was staying a mattress alone, you know.
Just a mattress.
And my suitcase and my skates, because I remember by then I had bought my first pair. I remember I called my mom. Can I be ati nini yo? I tried explaining to him it's viatu ya matairi. You know, I was like,
they don't understand.
They don't. But he gave me 4,000 Kenyan shillings, and I bought my first ever skate.
So new or
no. Hey, skating is very expensive.
One pair can go for how long?
We'll get to there.
Oh, you'll get there. Okay.
We'll get there. Don't worry. So I bought my second-hand skating shoes. So I was just seated, and then I stay in Embakasi. So there's a place called Nyayo Estate. Most people know Nyayo Estate. So that's the only place you can skate, because that time the roads, the infrastructure was not that.
Yeah.
So I took my skates and decided to go to Nyayo Estate and skate. So on my way there, I met a guy. He told me, I love the way you're skating. Do you mind teaching my children? I did not have any idea how to train, even how to quote the price of training and everything. So I told him, yes, I can do that. We can plan for that next Saturday. So he asked me, do you have your own skates, or do I have to buy them skating shoes? Okay. I was like, okay, there's a gap here, but I don't know the way to approach it. So I told him, in the course of the week, we can communicate, and then I can see if you'll get your own skating shoes, or I can provide skating shoes. So during the week, he called me, and I said, yes, I can get for you skating shoes. Do you want new one? Do you want to buy, or do you just want to hire? He said, I would love to buy so that they can use it for long. Yeah, with it like forever. Si kitu ya kuchukua kurudisha. Yes, I decided to go to Gikomba. I looked for skating shoes. I was looking at the wrong place. You know, when you go to Gikomba, if you've ever been to Gikomba, there are these brokers. So many brokers. Before you get to the real deal, you have to pass through so many people. You get. So I think I was conned. It's normal at the first time. So I was conned. I think I bought skating shoes for that time around 5,000. It was very poor quality skating shoes. But then that's how it started. I went to skate with the guy. I trained the children, and then in an estate, the best thing about an estate, there's so much exposure. Yeah. You can never, even if you're going to train their bicycle, let's say hiking, or you're where it's an estate, you can never train one child. Never. So when I went there, I started with the two, but every day I used to get, I don't know how many children. They just come. They want to join. Average is around 10 kids.
And you'd charge them how much? And then you'd figure out how much.
No, for that time I had because I had visited skating park, Nairobi skating park, and I had them saying 300. So that's what I quote.
Also, you did market research and everything.
No. I had an idea because when in Nairobi you have to visit skating park. So that time when I went there, I didn't have even. There was nothing like flash skaters. So I went there, and then I had a guy saying 300 for skating. So when that guy asked me how much will you charge, I said 300, of which it was very wrong. It's not supposed to be 300.
It was supposed to be how much?
Like now, let me say now, if I quote for you now my rates, in town is 300. That's per hour. If you're doing a private lesson, it's supposed to be 1,000 to 1,500 per session. A session is 1 hour. Yeah, but we learned from our own. There's no mistakes. It's only lessons.
Would you say now the business administration knowledge was coming in pole pole when you're starting to put your idea into a real business and manage?
You're really pushing to that thing. You're really pushing for it. But I think I wouldn't say it hasn't played any role.
Yeah.
It has. Yeah. Honestly, it has. Yeah. Because when approaching a client, how you interact with a client, that thing no one can ever teach you that. Yeah. You have to learn you have to grasp one and two things from school.
How you present, also
yes. Also how you talk to a person. Yeah. It really matters. Skills. Even how you dress. Yeah. Yes. So it played a role. Yeah. It did play a role.
Okay. So would you now be pro formal education, or you'd be for people following their passion?
I told you, given an opportunity, if you reach Form 4, you're good to go.
You're good to go.
Because let me be honest. In campus, it's very expensive. Let's say even just paying for your fees, and parents struggle a lot. We really appreciate them for that. They really struggle a lot. Yeah. And then at the end, it's not guaranteed that you'll get a job or you're going to retire to get your money back. So if possible, I would encourage a person to, if you don't have that much money, or if your parents are struggling, it's okay not to continue. But again, education is very important. Very important.
So when did you finally make a big check out of skating?
The first time I was
your big break.
the first time I was approached by a person, a client, let me call him a client. He told me, I want you to do marketing for me. I will never forget that because it was my first ever job. It was for Debonaires. Debonaires, they were opening a branch. Yes. They're opening a branch in Prestige. You know Prestige? They're not opening a branch. It was there, but now KFC and Chicken Inn were opening the next door. So it was a competition. So they wanted to up their game. And that day he told me, I want you to bring 3 skaters. I will pay you this amount for these working hours, but I only want you to distribute. It was not even flyers. It was we were giving out a box of pizza or a kebab box. And then you go to the bonus, they give you free pizza or a kebab free. So that was my first time. They paid me really well because we did it for 1 week. And at the end of it, I was getting over 20,000 Kenyan shillings. Yes.
So maybe you can tell us.
And that was per person, not per the 3 of us. Okay. So each one was 20 plus. Yes.
So maybe you can tell us 4 ways in which skating makes you money.
Money. First, selling skating shoes. Scaling because the price. If I give you a price range of a quality skating shoes is from 4,000 up to 60,000 Kenyan shillings. That's the cheapest. Still, there's a more to that. There's up to 80, 100. So the first source of income is selling skating shoes.
Do you source from locally or you import?
For the skating shoes, the XUK one is much better than the new one. So I do get XUK. I have friends who help me import some, and at the same time I can still go and get. I have my sources. I can't reveal them to you. I have my sources. Yeah. Another way is doing marketing. Before even marketing, is teaching how to skate.
Yeah.
That's I think it's even before all the marketing and selling skating shoes, teaching how to skate, it was the main source of income for me at that time.
Teaching people, kids in
estates in town, and then even corporates. The other time, corporate can call you. They're having, let's say,
team building.
Team building, yes, and you can provide your skating there. Yes. So schools, yes, I do train in school also. Estates. In
primary
kids
level school?
Yes, most probably primary, obvious. No, there's no secondary. No, I've never teach in a high school. Never.
And these are private schools? Or
most of them are private school because public again. No, it's most of them. 100% is private school.
So do they give you a weekly session where you go in as a teacher?
Yeah, they give me.
Give you a contract of some sort.
Yeah, we usually work in per term. Because after the term we can renew. You know, like for sketching, if I'm going to train you, for instance, I will not train you forever. I'm going to train you until you get to know how to sketch.
Oh, and learn the skill.
After that, it's you to decide if you want to continue with me or on your own. So that's why for school we do every time we renew. And then during the week, if we're doing a schooling session, we decide on a day, the school decide on a day, and then they communicate to us if it's okay with us, and then let's say for instance, every Tuesday we do this time, 1 hour. Yes.
And then another way?
Another way is marketing. We do market where we issue out flyers. I think you've met me before in a car, traffic in the morning, or we do what to promote. We usually say flyer distribution, handbill, and roundabout activation. That's what we call it. Yeah. And then another way is repairing skates. We repair. We repair. There are so many people. We sell skating accessory like wheels. Let's say the axles, the socks. There are so many things in skates that people need to repair them, and we sell them. Yes. I think those are main 4 ways.
So which one brings you more money?
More money is selling skating shoes. I can sell a skate shoes and just pay my rent like that.
That's it, and no sweat.
No sweat, because for now the cheapest skates I have is 4,000. But there's a rate for, let's say, for 6,000 to 7,000. That's the most requested skating shoes and on demand.
Would you want to reveal on average how much you make
on
a good month?
On a good month. I've never calculated monthly because for me I'm not on a payroll. Yes.
Yeah.
Like there's a day, it's not even a day, last week when school closes, I said that a day I sold 10 pairs of skating shoes. I think people are graduating, these little children. So I was like, George, I need a present for my daughter. I need a present for my son. I was like, okay, it's happening. It's happening, yeah. So on average, if I calculate monthly, I can say between 50 to 70K. If it's on a good day and on a bad day. Yes,
that's really
give and take.
Because the tax man does not.
No, they don't.
Look for you.
Please don't do that. These guys are everywhere. Don't do that. But then I was just lying. I make around 5,000. Carry, I make around 2,000, and I can't even pay my rent. These guys are everywhere.
So that's like $500 to $700.
Hey, 500 to 700 per month on a good day.
On a good month.
A good month, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes can be 30, 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, as a flash skaters,
okay.
How many people do you have in your company or in your team?
I can say a co-founder is called Job. He's usually there with me like 90% of my time. So I'm usually with Job. And then I have hired, not even like hired, I have 2 helpers. Because when I have a co-founder, a friend, it's called Job, usually there with me most of the time. And then I have 2 other people who help me when I'm going for school, for the lesson in schools. And then when I train guys, when I need help, I have a team I can call on. Yes.
Okay.
So if you need, let's say, 20 skaters, I can give you 20 skaters. You need 30, you need 2, you need 5. You just say the number and they'll be there.
So how many big corporates you've worked with?
So many, like I think almost every real estate in Kenya, I have worked with them.
And what
Real
do you do for them?
Marketing. I do for them marketing, let's say for flyers distribution. Yes, and then schools also a big corporate. Schools,
Restaurants.
Restaurant, I wouldn't say they are big. They're usually once in a while. But like for big estate, it's real estate. Those are my
like
big
ones
plans.
do you want to name them?
There are so many.
The list is endless.
So many, but currently my best one is called Mint Villa. I'm working with Mint Villa. But we're usually just there for professional purpose. Yeah.
All right. So, would you advise anybody to follow your footsteps and become a skater?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Why?
But I'll give them an advice. You do what you love. You follow your heart. Because if you see, let's say for instance, George is succeeding when doing skating, you want to try that. That if that's going to be your main motive why you're going to do that, no, you're not going anywhere. But if you're doing what you love, because for me, I turned my hobby into something like something very nice. So if you want to do something, first of all, evaluate what do I love. If I'm going to do this, will I be straining? Will I be comfortable? And then go for it. If you want to be comfortable, don't do it. Don't do it. Yes.
So who inspires you? A skater that inspires you? Can be a local or international, or you don't follow any?
I'm self-made.
So you don't have any mentors, any people that inspire you? I'm
self-made. I can't say mentors. I can say people I look up to. I just watch their videos. Locally, I think I'm the best. They look up to me. No cap, they look up to me. Internationally, I just look up to some of them. There's one called Nick Lomax. And then there's one called Ricardolino, because he does YouTube also, and also he does sketching. And then there's one is called his name Silver Safa. Silver Safa. Those are people I just look up to steal skills, 1 and 2 skills. Yes.
What are the health benefits of skating?
Health benefits. You see, let me say what. The health benefit is it helps lose weight first of all, burn calories, like those things people do when running. You can just skate
inside, indoors.
Not even indoors. You see people running to burn calories, to give footstep, or just skate.
So there's no age limit?
No, there's no age limit. Anybody can learn to skate, because as long as a child starts walking, he can start skating.
Is skating appreciated well as a profession here in Kenya? Is there more that maybe the government can do?
Now I can say yes, but before that, no. Because we usually have a competition, though I don't participate in competition. We have a federation, our federation of skating. Okay, most of the time when there's a competition, imagine like for rollball, there's a game we play with skates called rollball. They are the world champion 4 times, but government
in
Kenya, imagine 4 times. They beat people world. It's a World Cup now. Kenya emerges, and they've done that. I think
what?
Rollball.
That team?
Our team, just Team Kenya. Team Kenya. But I think lately, let's say a year ago, the government has started to come in. But before that, it was just you yourself, like you are doing this on your own.
Support yourself.
Yes, because I remember there's a competition that was happening in Congo. I think Egypt or Congo, one of the places. And the guys who went there, they financed themselves. And they were carrying Kenyan flag. They won so many things.
What?
Yes, in Kenya.
They finance themselves.
Yeah, in Kenya.
Buy the uniforms and
because before that, you usually pitch. You tell government there's this competition. We have a team. We can go and do this. Most of the time, they usually fail. But lately, I can say they are really improving.
Which ministry is this? Sports?
Yeah, Ministry of Sports. Yes, Amina Mohammed. Amina Mohammed has come in. Also, the federation. I think it's the chain. It affects the chains. Because
so they're now taking you guys seriously.
Not that much, but at least they're
more
doing.
Than they can do.
Yeah, because I remember. There in skate park, we are friends. I think the circle of skating is very small. It's not that big. We know each other. They usually complain lack of it's called sporting gears. If you go to Nairobi skate park now, there is potholes. Big potholes.
And it should be conducive for skaters.
And there is a federation.
Yeah.
It has been there, I think, now 5 years.
Yeah.
Pothole, like literally big potholes. You can't even skate. Yeah. So if they were really serious and they were taking it seriously, a result will be ingekuwa like everywhere. Yeah.
So what things do you wish to change to make skating a sport that is respected?
Me as a person or the government?
You as an individual.
Me as George.
Individual initiative to make skating appreciated and accessible to that young child, even in that rural area, because I know skating is mostly something that is accessible in urban areas like Nairobi. So what would you do, or what are you planning to do maybe in the next long-term project?
Personally, you have to start small. The first thing is creating awareness. Because Nairobi, everyone knows about skating, but not again everyone. So if you are going to do it in rural area, you have to create awareness. You have to educate them first, because skating also need lessons. You can't just, because I tried it, and if there was no YouTube that time, my friend, I wouldn't be here. So I think creating awareness, that's the main thing. Alafu infrastructure, not even infrastructure. Let me say what. Not ramps.
Like
you see,
secure a space.
A secure space, because if you see, like, let's say if you go to in Nairobi, you'll find there's a basketball court. There's a football pitch. There's, let's say, for handball. But have you ever seen any skating area in Kenya, in Nairobi, even in Kenya?
Only ice skating at Panay.
That's a private one.
Yeah.
That's a business.
Oh, so you mean a public one that is easily
First of all, yes, because
yeah.
you can't go and pitch idea to people and you want them to start paying immediately. You have to create you have to show them this how you do it before you bring in the business mind.
Yeah.
So I think in Kenya, skating park, we usually use a parking lot as a skating park because on Sundays there are not so much people in town. So first of all, you need to secure a place, and then after that, educate people, and then provide for them, because not everyone can afford skating shoes.
Yeah.
So first of all, if I was doing it personally, like literally, I usually do giveaways. I do giveaways skating shoes, or sometimes I feel like someone needs a skating shoes and they can't afford it, and God has blessed me, just give out. So first of all, you provide skating shoes for the people, and create awareness. When people see something, if for instance you open a shop, people will have to see it first before they can start buying. Yes, and then for a long term, I think my idea, if God willing, to have an indoor skating arena where you can skate Monday, Tuesday, any day you want. You can come in as a date. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be like this specific day.
Yeah.
It's when I have to go for skating.
Yeah.
That's my long-term goals. Yes.
All right, it's been great catching up with you and learning more about your skating journey and how it's working for you as a profession. Any parting shots as we conclude this interview?
Before that, with the real story in a content creator.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We will talk about where people can get you.
Okay, YouTube and everything.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, parting shots?
Parting shot is, as usual, follow your heart. Do what makes you happy. Can I curse?
No.
Okay. I usually say, you'll censor that part. You do what makes you happy, the rest of the world can fuck themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, like as long as you're happy, let's say you are going to put on a mini skirt. Are you happy? Yeah. Do it. You do you. That's what I usually tell people. You do you.
Yeah.
Do what makes you happy, because people will talk. Trust me. Even you're doing good, you're doing bad, they will still talk. So you do you. As long as you have that peace of mind, that's the way to go. And then don't ever copy. Don't ever copy people, because
be original.
Not even original. There's so much work put in that before someone succeed, and you can't just start doing it like that. It won't happen for you. It won't work. Even God knows. Yeah. Because God pays hard work. You know. Yeah. Again, so if you want to try something, ask for help. Don't copy. And then there's this one I wanted to say. Try and be original again. Yes, be original. And because I did skating and I'm succeeding here, you can't try that and work for you. It won't work for you. Yeah.
So where can people find you?
On Instagram. I have a YouTube channel, by the way. It's called Flash Skaters. I upload twice a week, Wednesday and Sunday. And you can find me on YouTube, Flash Skaters, on Facebook, Flash Skaters, Instagram, Flash Skaters. And then every Sunday, we are at Aga Khan Walk, Nairobi. It's called Skate Park, behind, Uchumi or Nairobi Cinema. There's a parking lot. Yeah. It's called Skating Park on Sunday. You'll find me there. Yeah, I think that's where you can find me. And on all my social media platforms, Flash Skater, Flash Skaters, Flash Skaters. Yes.
Yeah. So asante sana again for allowing to be hosted here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
it. So guys,
do you know how to skate?
I was afraid you'd ask me that, but unfortunately I don't.
Why is that?
I can barely balance.
What are you waiting for?
Imagine I'm not waiting for you.
You have me. I have never broken any bones. Never.
Really?
I've never.
I need and I must learn.
I've never.
So I think our next meeting I'll learn.
You come for a skating session.
Yeah, definitely.
You can do that even this Sunday if you want.
Yeah. So guys, thank you also for watching. In case you've not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and see you in my next one. Bye.
You good?
Yeah.